Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name's Amanda and today is of course a Face Mask Fridays video. We have this 4-hour mask this week. Well, I got my Ipsy bag. We are also going to talk about the book I'm currently reading and do kind of a life update, so on and so forth. I haven't done like a Face Mask Fridays video in a while. As always, we start with a wipe first. Life has been a little crazy lately, so I missed a week of filming. I had every intention of doing it, and then my husband had an unexpected day off, and so it kind of threw me off schedule, and so kind of threw everything else off schedule. So trying to get myself back into it, sticking to my being consistent goal for the year. I know last year if I had missed a week of filming, that it would end up turning into like 2 weeks of missing it, and then it was like really hard for me to get back into it. And then it was like really hard to get back into filming and all that jazz. It was like, instead of being excited about filming, it seemed more like a chore of like, oh, I need to get back into it. I haven't done it in a while and everything else. So I'm hoping by like making sure I don't let too much time lapse in between videos, if I do end up taking some time off, that'll be a lot easier for me to kind of get back into it if I need to. Also, I feel like doing different kinds of videos besides just makeup kind of helps. So that way I'm not just, I feel like it was harder to get back into it when you're doing just one thing, because it's now a lot easier for me to be like, oh, well, I could do something else this week if I don't feel like doing what I originally had planned, or, you know, maybe we'll do this week instead of whatnot. So it's a lot easier for me to kind of get back into it. Ooh, it's gonna be cold. I hope everyone is doing well, staying safe. Here in Maine, it's starting to get a little bit warmer. Not like a ton warmer, but a little bit. So I'm hoping that it kind of stays warmer. Overnight temps have been kind of dropping a little bit lately, but the daytime temps have been getting a little bit warmer, so I'm hoping that it stays that way. That this is a sign that spring is on its way. I know the kids are just as anxious to get out of the house like I am, get back to somewhat of a normal schedule, and that we aren't just kind of doing the same thing all the time. So our face mask is on. I think we might do a vlog too at some point soon. I know I have to go to an appointment next week, so that might be something kind of interesting. So our book that we're starting to read is Stephen King, Dr. Sleep. That's what the back looks like. This is the sequel to The Shining. I haven't read The Shining, but I know kind of what it's like. I know some Stephen King's kind of one that is, you know, either you really like his work or you kind of don't. Doesn't seem like a whole lot of people really are in between. Growing up, I really wanted to read his work, but my mom never had any of his books around. So as an adult, I'm kind of going through and rereading or reading a lot of his stuff. My best friend and I are currently reading books together, and we both had this one, so I've been trying to read ones that I haven't read yet, so even if they aren't like on my specific TBR shelf, I am trying to read ones that I haven't read yet, just so that way I'm not rereading like entire book series that I've already read and stuff. So this was kind of a nice one to start doing because, like I said, I've been trying to read through a lot of Stephen King's works just because I was interested and wanted to like read them for myself. Some of them weren't all that great, but I'm hoping, I've heard that the movie is really good, so I'm hoping that the book is really good. So it is like a 500-page book. I know that he's a very wordy author, so his books tend to be a lot longer. So this one will probably take me until like next week to read because it's so long, but so far so good. It's like younger Danny right now. He's like 8 years old, and you know, he's got The Shining or whatever and is going through that. So hopefully I have a little bit more in-depth review of this next week. Maybe I'll do another Face Mask Fridays video on this book and just give an update. But like I said, my best friend and I are currently reading through a few books that we have together. We've been reading a few books that we've got. We're gonna do this one and then Alice in Wonderland together. And then we are gonna take a little break from reading together and read some of the other stuff we have. And then once we find some more books together that we want to read, we're gonna start back up reading together. I think I've talked about it a little bit before, but I have an entire bookshelf of books that I'm trying to read up, so that way if I don't want them anymore, they can go in free little libraries, and if I want to keep them, I'll keep them. But I just have so many books I keep buying from like thrift books or like the local library bookstore or whatever, or I keep giving them or whatever. So as always, I thank you for watching my videos. I know this one was a short one this week. It was not very long, but like I said, I wanted to get back into being consistent, and feel like this is kind of like ripping off a band-aid. You just gotta get back into the swing of things. As always, I hope you have a great day.